Good afternoon everyone. Welcome to our new English video today. And I am Makara, a teacher of English at Prekleap New Generation School. Today I'm going to teach you a lesson which is about grammar, too enough and not enough. And in these lessons, after the video, you will be able to learn and practice using too enough, not enough by watching the video and doing tasks. Second, you will be able to use too enough, not enough in daily life correctly. Alright, so don't waste the time. Let's think about our previous video. What did you learn in the previous video? As I remember, last video we talked about an email about the visit to the New York. And you also learned 3 important words as a keyword, which are sightseeing, diner, and holidays. Right, so what does it mean sightseeing? Sightseeing means to visit or to see a very beautiful view, and you just walk around and visit somewhere, so you say sightseeing. And diner, it means a very informal restaurant that you can have meal to eat. And the last one we call hooray. So hooray is to express your exciting feeling of something. For example, you get a new mobile phone and you are very happy to get it. You say hooray, so it means you are pleased to have your new mobile phone. Alright, so last but not least, as I remember, you got a homework which is about Statue of Liberty and Metropolitan Museum of Art. And this homework just instruct you to choose one place and describe the criterion given, right? For example, like number 1, you have to tell where is it and where is located, and number 2, you have to tell the date of construction, and number 3, you have to tell the purpose of the place, and the last one, the characteristics of the place. As I have seen, some of you sent me the homework, I found that most of you have done with Statue of Liberty. That is why today I'm going to show you some information of Statue of Liberty. Right, and if you want to get more, you can read on the whiteboard, or you can go to the Google or Wikipedia for more information. Right, let's start with me. The first thing I want you to see is the picture. So this picture we call Statue of Liberty, and it is located in New York, and it is located on Liberty Islands. So of course the Liberty is an island name, and the statue is a woman. And the date of this construction, it was dedicated on October 28, 1886. And the purpose of building the Statue of Liberty is to declare American independence. So American get free from other countries, so they build this statue. Alright, so the characteristics of this building is a woman hold a torch above her hands with her right hand, and in her left hand carry a tabulars ancestors inscribed July 4, 1776. Right, and a broken shackle and chain lie at her feet. So at first American people were slaves of other country, and now they get freedom. So broken chains, a broken chain lie at her feet, she walked toward. So it means to express or to show that American people, or she get free from other countries. So this is a very brief information, and I don't want to read all the words in the paragraph. If you want to get more, you have to read all and find necessary information for you. Next, before we begin our new lesson, I want you to look at 3 examples on the board, and especially the words are in red color. So because of the words are in red color is the key of our lesson today. Right, so let's start with number 1. We were too late it was close. You see, too late, it means in red colors. And number 2, my burger was big enough for 2 people. And number 3, the status of liberties was okay, but it wasn't exciting enough for me. So you see, all the 3 sentences consist 2 and enough. And you see how to use enough. You put adjective before enough and you put 2 before adjective. Right, what do they mean, 2 and enough? 2 and enough are used with adjective, adverb and nouns. And there are some rules of using them. And I'm going to show you with a specific rule, and I hope you remember that rules. Right, let's go with me with the first rule of 2. Right, here is the rule of using 2. Right, so number 1, you have to use 2 plus adjective. For example, like in the example, he is too short to play basketball. Too short. And number 2, 2 plus adverb. As you can see the example, you are driving too fast. It means too fast, more than you expect, right? It means too fast. And number 3, too much plus uncountable noun. You know, I believe that you all know what is uncountable noun and what is count noun already. And number 4, too many plus countable noun. Look at example. Too many people came to the party yesterday. So people, you can count people. But the example in rule number 3, I can't sleep at night because they make too much noise. You cannot count noise. Noise is the sound, so you cannot count, right? So it is uncountable noun, so you have to use too much noise. So again, there are 4 rules of using 2. Number 1, 2 plus adjective. Number 2, 2 plus adverb. And number 3, 2 plus too much plus uncountable noun. And number 4, too many plus countable noun. So I hope you all remember the 4 rules. Next rule, I want you to be aware of rule of using enough. Right, let's start with me with rule number 1 of enough here. Rule number 1, adjective plus enough. They aren't rich enough to buy a big house. You see, rich enough, rich is an adjective. Right, and rule number 2, adverb plus enough. For example, hurry up, we aren't walking quickly enough. So you see, quickly is an adverb, so you have to put before enough or in front of enough. And last rule of enough, enough plus noun. So if you want to use noun, you have to use enough. Enough, for example, like we have got enough age to eat cakes. So enough age is a noun, and you have to put enough, right? So again, what are the meanings of 2 and enough? Keep in mind, when you use 2, it means something more than you need, or something more than what is necessary. More than, for example, I need 5 grammar book and you give me 100 grammar book, so more than, so I can say there was too many book. Too many book, because book you can count, so I say I use too many book over, right? So I need only 5 and you give me 100. What about enough? So when you say enough, it means as much as you need or necessary. I can say sufficient. For example, I need 5 grammar book and you give me 5 grammar book, so I say that's it. There is enough book for me. But if you give me 100 book, too many book for me, right? So I hope you all understand the meanings of 2 and enough. If not, just go back and read and watch the video again and slowly, so that you can understand the meanings of enough and 2 very well, I hope. Right, so to check whether you understand and remember the rule, we are going to do 3 exercises together, which is about 2, enough and not enough. Right, let's start exercise number 1. Exercise number 1 just want you to order the words in the sentences in the correct order. So all the 5 sentences consist 2 enough. You have to order. I give you 10 seconds. Let's start. Alright, time's up. Let's check together. And if you are not sure and you do not finish these 5 sentences, don't worry. We just go together and I will give you the reason why we put like that. Right, number one, the restaurant wasn't cheap enough. So you have to put cheap before enough because cheap is an adjective. And number 2, the campsite is big enough for 20 tents. See, big enough because big is an adjective as well. So you have to put before enough. And number 3, it was too hot to go sightseeing. You see, too hot. If you want to use too, you have to put in front of the adjective. Hot is an adjective, so too hot. So more than you expect, more than you need. So too hot. Right, so number 4, the hotel wasn't good enough, so we left. You see, good enough. Good is an adjective and enough. So you have to put in front of enough. Right. Last one. When I am old enough, I am going to go on a holiday with my friend. So you see, old enough. Old is an adjective and enough. So you have to put in front of enough. I think this is just type 2 and enough and with the simple rules. And I hope if you remember the rule, it's very easy for you to do. Right. Let's move to the exercise number 2. And this exercise just want you to circle the correct option, the correct words between too or enough, too much or too many. Alright, so I give you 10 seconds again to think before we check together. Alright, let's start, go! Alright, time's up, and then I hope at least you can finish 4 or 3. That's okay if you do not finish all the 8 sentences. Right, let's go. Number 1, I am too or enough tired to go out. You have to choose between too and enough. So here you have to say the word after too or enough. Is it noun or adjective? Right, tired is an adjective. So if you want to use enough, you have to use tired enough. You cannot say enough tired. So the correct answer is too tired, right? And number 2, Jack is old too or old enough to go to school. You see, old is an adjective. You cannot just be in front of the too. You have to use in front of enough. So the correct answer is old enough, right? Number 3, you drink too much or too many cans of fizzy drinks. You see, like I said again, you have to see the words after too or too and enough or much or many. So cans. So can you count cans? 1 can, 2 can. Is it okay, right? Can is a countable noun. So when you want to use, you have to use too many cans. The correct answer. And number 4, Jen isn't fast enough or fast many to win the race. So you see, fast enough and fast many. So we don't have rule fast many. We have fast enough because fast is an adjective. So we use in front of enough. So the correct answer is fast enough. Right. And number 5, there is too much and too many pollutions in our oceans. But too much and too many, you have to see the word after too much and too many. Pollution. So can you count a pollution? No, it is uncountable now. That is why we have to use too much pollution, the correct answer. And number 6, the situation is too or enough difficult. So you see, too or enough difficult. Difficult is an adjective, so you cannot use enough difficult. You have to use too difficult. Let's move to number 7. There are too much and too many exams. Here, exam here, you can count. So you have to use too many exams, the correct answer. And the last one, some people are enough selfish and selfish enough. Like I said again and again, rule, you have to focus on the rule. Selfish is an adjective, so you have to use in front of enough. So selfish enough, not enough selfish. I hope at least you remember some rule. Next we go to exercise number 3, and I hope it can help you to remember all the 7 rules. Okay, let's move. Exercise number 3. I also just want to give you instructions. You have to complete the sentences by using to enough or not enough, by writing your own sentence. Like example, like it was too cold to visit the cave. So they give you the clues, it was and blah 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 warm. So you have to use it was and warm in a Prekleap to write the new sentence. Right. So I give you 10 seconds again. Right. Let's go. Alright, time's up, and I hope you all finish the 5 or not, that's okay. And look at number 1 again. It was too cold. Too cold, you see, too cold, more than you expect, more than you need, right? It was too cold to visit the cave. So you have to write the new sentence. It was blah blah warm. So do you use enough warm or not enough warm? So the correct answer should be it was not warm enough, right? Warm enough. So adjective plus enough. And number 2, we had enough time to visit the castle, but it was, you see, but it was. So it's the opposite meaning, right? But it was too crowded. Too crowded. It more than people we expect, so that we cannot go to visit the castle. Right. And number 3, 6 people wanted to go to the museum. Luckily, Jen's car was blah blah big. So Jen's car was big enough, right? Because 6 people and Jen's car can carry all the 6, so we can say big enough. And number 4, I wanted to go to the opera, but I didn't have blah 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 money. So the correct answer is I didn't have enough money. Right? Enough, put before noun money. Money is a noun. And the last one, the rib is not safe for the children. It's blah blah dangerous. Not safe, it means it's dangerous, right? So the correct answer is it's too dangerous. Right. So I hope at least you can learn some exercises with the meanings and with the 7 rules of to and enough. And the last of this video, I want you to do a very short homework here, right? Look at the homework, and this homework there are 2 options for you to choose. You have to circle which one is the correct option. You circle, and that's it. If you could not do the homework, refer to the rule of using to and enough. Alright, thank you, that's it for today, and thank you for your spending time watching this video, and I hope everybody enjoy this video and learn something from this video. But don't forget, I'll send you the quiz and do the quiz together about to and enough. Thank you, goodbye, good luck.